Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Granddaddy Files. This is the Catalyst 41 and my co-host Kev. We've got a couple of great guys joining from this year's 2019 Team THP for the Granddaddy, which goes down in 4 short weeks. So, tell these guys are a little bit excited, just a little bit. But we're gonna go ahead and get started. Hey, I'm gonna let you guys get a chance to know these guys. So, Mike, if you can introduce yourself, tell us your name, your forum handle, and then we'll jump to John.
I'm Mike Manning. Forum handle is BigSkyIrish.
Awesome.
I'm Jonathan Stoltz. Forum handle is JSizzle9.
All right. So, JSizzle, John, tell us a little bit about yourself. Handicap, background. Do you like long walks on the beach?
Yeah, I love long walks on the beach. Obviously, who doesn't? But about a seven and a half handicap, depending on what week you catch me. Been playing golf really all my life. My dad played a lot growing up. Kind of got me into the game early on, and got me to some of those junior clinics and those kind of things growing up, and really just kind of fell in love with the game early on, and started playing from an early age all through, junior circuit here in Louisiana and in high school, and then kind of lost it a little in college just because, as we all do, I like to party. So, got into a little party scene and, had some fun, and the sticks went in the closet for a while. But after that, real world job, and kind of realized, all right, golf's a good way to, entertain clients, and I like to do it. So, hey, we're going to get back in. So kind of that's been me for the last, 10, 12 years. I'm a CPA here in New Orleans, and, like to play golf when I can.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, so he's only 5 hours south of me, so we're going to try and connect sometime, especially in this upcoming spring, and maybe even hit up Squire Creek. So
that'll be fun. We'll figure it out.
Yep.
All right, Mike.
Real similar answer for me. I got into it fairly young. My dad was a good golfer. I didn't take nearly as much advantage of it as I should have when I was young. Played here and there in high school, but not a ton, and then had some friends in college who liked to play. So started playing more there, played a bunch in law school, and then didn't play much for 4 or 5 years. Moved back home, started playing a lot with my dad around probably 2008-ish, and played as much as I can really since then. Current handicap is just under a 1, but given all the snow on the ground right now, I'm not going to be playing much between now and the Granddaddy.
So you'd be like a 1.5? Maybe 2.
Maybe more like a 12.
Right. Now you guys got some sticks.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of, from when I jumped on this hangout, I'm realizing the handicaps, and I'm like, man, I'm like one of the worst players on the team.
That's crazy. So before we get started, John, you want to give us some indication of what you got going on here in front of us?
It's kind of getting late here, 8:30, 8:45 at night. I'm just
who in the hell eats peanut butter on their scrambled eggs?
Just getting ready for breakfast in the morning. It's like I have it ready to roll. So get out quick.
It's just wrong. It's wrong in so many ways.
You should knock it till you tried it.
We're probably going to have to blur out the GIF image because they're not going to want to be associated with this.
just in case, if y'all, I'll get you guys hooked one of these days. Don't worry.
No, this
chickens everywhere hiding their heads.
I will knock before I try. Absolutely crazy.
Well, it could be worse. You heard Roddy likes peanut butter on his pizza, apparently.
That is
and then Snicker takes photos with pube hairs in it. So this is the best thing y'all are seeing.
I'm gonna tell you, man. You guys, this week before this week, I was like, man, they really have some sticks. But now I'm just wondering about the mental health of this team. I'm just like, they got all the talent in the world, but can they hold it together?
I don't know what's worse about that picture of Snicker Dog, if it's the pube on the table or the shoe itself.
Yeah,
it looks like something a drunk mermaid would wear on his flippers.
I'm all about random crazy shoes, but I got to agree, those are ugly, man.
Those are horrible.
Yeah, it's the old the nurse paging Nurse Fokker.
Yeah, it makes me wish Callaway gave away shoes at the Granddaddy.
Yeah. You know how Finley will throw iron covers into a pond? I hope he throws those shoes in the pond.
Yeah, man. Maybe somebody can shred those. Like my suitcase got beat up last year, and they just might happen to have a spare or something laying around.
So is there an early prediction on who's going to be the best dressed and the worst dressed of the group? I think we know who worst dressed is going to be.
I think there's going to be a lot of. Seems like a lot of guys are on the shoe hunt for sure. So I think you're going to see some crazy shoe game going on in all kind of different directions. Now, whether that's good or bad, you guys can be the judge when the time comes.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm not making any predictions, but I think it'll be interesting. Let's just say that.
So this is gonna be a fun night. So Kev always has the I'll just say the groundbreaking questions. So before we get there, I'm gonna jump in with some rapid fire. So which one of you guys wants to go first? The questions will be the same, but I'll be interested to see what your answers are.
Either way, man.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
All right, let's go with the
dealer's choice.
Let's go with the guy with the peanut butter on the egg. See how this shakes out.
All right, let's see.
All right, so here we go. Funniest teammate.
Probably, I'm gonna go Jordan.
Interesting. He is hilarious. All right, teammate you're most afraid of.
Definitely Snicker. Definitely.
All right, first tee jitters are real. True or false?
Oh, 100%. Always.
Favorite golf movie?
Probably. I mean, everyone says the Caddyshack, and that's kind of the. But I'm gonna go Bagger Vance.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, great movie. All right, $1 million or cheese pizza?
$1 million. Okay. Yeah, no brainer.
Shots fired. Favorite male golfer? Pro.
I'll go Louis Oosthuizen because people say I look like him.
Interesting.
I mean, I don't have the gap, but other than that,
all right.
Pretty close.
Favorite female golfer if you have one?
Let's go Nelly Korda.
Awesome.
For obvious reasons.
All right. Last question. Odyssey number 10 or mystery putter?
I mean, the 10's pretty, but if the two lawns are designing it, I'll go mystery.
Awesome.
Nice.
Interesting. All right, Mike, same questions to you. So, funniest teammate.
All right, I'm going Jordan on this one, too.
All right, teammate you're most afraid of?
Snicks, for sure.
First tee jitters.
Yeah, definitely.
You're a one, dude. You're a one.
Hey, it doesn't mean I'm not going to hit a shank.
All right, favorite golf movie? That's not Bagger Vance.
I was tempted to go Caddyshack, but I like Tin Cup.
All right.
That's a good one.
Yep. $1 million or cheese pizza?
Oh, $1 million, man.
Can you tell Kev that?
You can buy a lot of cheese
Everybody's
pizza
gonna
with
take
$1 million.
money over pizza. Come on.
That's the easiest question of all time.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite male golfer that's a pro?
I'm a Tiger fan.
Absolutely. Female?
I got to confess, I don't really follow the LPGA much. So, I mean, I see people here and there, but I don't have anybody I follow, really.
Even if it's not LPGA, it could be World Long Drive, just so you know.
Fair enough. I'll check that out.
Look up Troy Mullins.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Clayton smile that big in a while.
Oh, man. All right, Odyssey number 10 or mystery putter?
Boy. I'm going to go number 10.
Yeah, because now let's set the record straight. The mystery putter could be a Tyco, right? It can be it could be anything. So let's just set the record straight. So you're going to
I mean, I'm thinking those guys are going to have to talk me out of a number 10, so I'm going that way.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, I tried it out for the first time this week, and I sent a video to the guys on our team from last year. I think I was 15, 16 feet, Kev, and I rolled 4 putts, and 2 out of the 4 dropped, and one of them lipped out. The other one just barely edged by. I mean, it's steady.
Yeah,
nice.
It's steady.
I have no comment. Okay,
It's not
I'm
not a
going to add
blade. Huh?
I'm going to add another question here. What are you most excited for, Choco Taco or blueberry lemonade?
Oh, blueberry vodka lemonade. No, there's no question.
Yeah, me too. I could buy Choco Taco at the store. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm not going to eat some because I am, but I'm more excited for the vodka.
That's fair.
Yep. All right, now lemonade or breakfast slider?
Can I wash the slider down with the lemonade?
That's the only right answer, apparently.
We'll make that 2 orders.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
But if you do the blueberry vodka lemonade, you're basically getting breakfast and a drink. Blueberries, fruit, you get it all in one. It's a full meal.
This is why you don't follow any logic that Kev puts out at all. This is why the cheese pizza logic falls through. He just random association.
Jeez, yeah, you guys are the worst.
Oh, well, I'm definitely willing to have a drink with breakfast, but I'm getting one of the sliders too, or 2 or 3.
Sliders are amazing.
Definitely.
Okay, another question. This brings up another one. Scarier thought. Having to be stuck with Snicker showing off his shoe collection, or going to the nest with Luke and going hardcore with him?
I think it depends which way you're defining scary, because I think I'd rather go to the nest with Luke than look at Snicker shoes all day.
Yeah.
Snicker shoe collection is pretty well known at this point. There's 2 of them, and we've seen them like 3,000 times each.
I don't
Good
know.
point. Good point.
I don't know if the geriatric nature of the nest has been sold hard enough, but
Is that bad?
It is definitely a retirement home. So
yeah, but if you go to the nest with Luke, there's going to be less pubious hairs involved. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
I shouldn't say that. Disregard.
It's not true. It's not true at all.
Oh. Okay, back to golf.
This took a weird turn.
It is.
It's on cue with you guys' thread for the last.
Yeah,
2 days.
apparently.
Hey, so quick question. Where you guys live, and obviously you're down south here. So do you guys play a lot of bunkers on the courses you play? And are the bunkers like really fluffy sand, or you're playing the more heavy pack stuff?
I mean, I think for me, it's like I played TPC Louisiana over the weekend, and I think that's probably a little more fluffier, just on that type of course. But my home course probably is a little, not quite as consistent. So some places will have a little more of the packed sand. So, but I mean, usually I don't mind the bunker. I'd almost rather be in a bunker than pitching half the time. Just my personal game,
Yep.
So lots of bunkers on my home course. I think there's only 1 hole in the whole course that doesn't have them, and there's usually quite a few. Not super fluffy sand though. Not super hard packed either though necessarily. So kind of in between, I guess I'd say for me.
Yeah.
So Mike, guys like you or like Ratty Man, you guys have a advantage where you can go outside right now and just hit shots out of the snow, and it's basically like playing from the sand at the highway.
Are you thinking that's a good call, Kev?
I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe pack it down just a little bit, but yeah, pretty good.
So question for you guys then, are the fairway bunkers really fluffy like that too?
Who hits fairway bunkers, Mike?
Me?
Man, the Clive course. Is it the Clive course or the Die course?
I don't remember which one had which.
I want to say the Clive course was the really fluffy stuff.
Yeah, I can't remember.
And it's fluffy. Like, throw it up in the air and it's sparkling.
fried eggs all day. You get fried eggs all day, huh?
Yeah. So, but I mean, I saw some incredible fairway bunker shots that week. So
yeah, I think Curtis lost the ball in one of the bunkers. It just sunk in and couldn't be found. So literally, it's like hitting out of snow.
Yeah. Well, then Luke hit a 6-iron, I think 175 yards to 18 inches, I think, out of a fairway bunker. So yeah, that was
Luke doing Luke things.
Yeah.
So lately there's been a lot of calling out of Mr. Jason Finley. So are you guys going to be able to are you guys going to be able to cash those checks?
I think the captain is. I think his pockets are deep, and he can cash the checks he's writing. I'm gonna go with yeah. I think CA/McLovin is ready to cash the checks.
The hilarious thing is going to be if he writes the checks and then he assigns someone else to cash them.
Well, hopefully his captaining game is on point then.
I echo that answer 100%.
Awesome. Yeah, I briefly had a conversation with him, and I'll just say he's definitely paying attention. So it's gonna be fun.
He loves that stuff, man.
He does. He lives for it.
Yep. Yeah. He likes to chop it up.
He's all fun and games until you start talking trash, and then it's weird. He gets this weird twinkle in his eye, and it's like he has a sneer that comes on his face, and it's like half growl, half talk for the rest of the round. But it's fun to watch.
I've told this story before, but I got chippy with him on the 17th hole, and we were doing well up until then. And that 18th hole, he stuck it to about 2 feet with his approach for birdies. So it happens. I got Finley.
Yeah.
I played with Finley, I guess it was 4 years ago now, at the King out at La Costa in a team match. And I kept my mouth shut, but my partner did all the work. So it wasn't like I could say anything anyway.
Well, it's going to be interesting because you guys have, depending on where he gets matched up, if he ends up with Pops at the Hideaway, I mean, Canada brought that up yesterday in the thread, but I thought about that. I was like, man, Finley on his home turf with Pops after having sat out last year.
I don't know what his handicap is right now, but my guess is that he and Chris will be playing pretty straight up.
He might be. No.
Yeah, be a good one. So speaking of Zoo Crew, if you could recruit one Zoo Crew member, who would it be? Mike. I think we've asked you this before, Mike.
If we could recruit one to our team,
yep.
I think we got to go Finley for all the reasons we just talked about, right? He's a gamer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's obviously, you take him, that'd be a great choice. But I think I'd want Luke on our team. I want to go party with the guy. I think the fun that could be had with him, throwing back some blueberry vodka lemonades could be a lot of fun.
And I'm going to tell you guys, Jordan and I are really close friends. If you guys think Jordan is funny just based on his style of humor, Luke is hysterical, dude. Like, they're very similar. I think they'll have fun if they end up getting to play together at all. But Luke, I've got to play with him for both days, and he was hilarious the whole time. He's got that dry humor that just keeps coming, man. So
he's one too, though. He can turn it on when he's when he wants to.
He can actually let you think it's close, or it will be close, and then. And then he'll get to the next hole and he say, "Well, all right, guys, it's been fun, but we're gonna have to close you out here. But we can shake hands and have drinks after."
I think it'd be fun to have Newbarth too, just so I can hear him talk about those super high birds all day long.
Yeah, no, he's awesome.
Newbarth's awesome. He's a lot of fun to play with.
Yeah, he seems like he would be.
It's just fun playing with Luke when he hits 340 off the tee.
I mean, I actually think that Newbarth committed to if we win, I get to go on the ship show. That's the way I read it.
Dude,
in the form. I'm just throwing it out there.
Newbarth still owes me one of those big checks, like the Happy Gilmore check, for $7. He hasn't paid that up yet.
I'll make sure I remind him.
Hey, we need to bring that up, man. We need to bring that up. Seeing those guys in the thread last night was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Yep. Yeah. So, Mike, you've been on the team for a while. John, you've been on there a little while. Obviously, it seems like you guys all get along great. The chemistry seems to be there. Being on the team for a while, what does the team meant to you guys?
I'll go first, I guess. I've been on the longest out of anybody
Yeah.
except for the captains. It's been kind of crazy because at first it almost doesn't seem real, but as you look back on it now, it's been however many months. And pretty much everything I've done golf related this year has been with the granddaddy in my mind.
Yeah.
You know, practicing, playing, like it's always just sort of there. And then getting to know these guys over the course of that many months as teammates get added. Like you said, we really do all get along really well. Everybody's been integrated seamlessly. It's just been a lot of fun. I mean, it's made pretty much my whole year more fun.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, and for me, it's been obviously, I've only been on for what, I mean, a month maybe. It seems like it's been no time, but so I don't know if that's good or bad, right? Because I didn't have the anticipation all year of, I'm sure you guys, the guys that have been on it for a while, are thinking about that, looking towards that. I've kind of just been doing my regular, my regular thing, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, by the way, in 2 months you're going to go here. So it was a little being thrown to the wolves, so to speak, going into that hangout chat. I went in there and I'm like, I have no clue what these guys are talking about. So it took me a little while just to get caught up on things, but I think I'm assimilating into the team well, and finding my place.
Awesome, man. So I know you guys are 4 weeks out. We've had some equipment reveals already. So we talked about the Odyssey number 10, got the super hybrid that dropped. As you guys are thinking about your bag, and I know Mike G, he's already kind of schooled you guys on going in with the plan, and kind of having an idea of what you want to see in the bag. When you think about your current bag, what piece of equipment are you most intrigued about coming out of Callaway? Like, what do you think is most exciting for you? Driver, irons, wedges, ball. This could be a refresh year for the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mike, let's start with you.
All right. So if I had to pick just one, I'd go irons. Those are some of the older clubs in my bag. I still play the 2015 version of Callaway irons, and so the XR Pros. But I always get along really well with Callaway woods. I mean, all Callaway clubs really. But I'm the most interested, I think, in getting fit into the irons because I've always just sort of bought something and hoped that it works, and it's worked. I mean, it's worked great. I like these irons well enough to keep playing them. But I'm really intrigued to see what they're doing there next and have somebody tell me what I should be using as far as irons go.
Right. Awesome, man.
Yeah, and I think for me, similarly regarding the woods is, I've played Callaway woods in the past. I played the Epic, I played the Rogues, and I've always, got along with those woods really well. So I'm not too concerned about that. I've never played the irons, but I'd assume that I'm not super worried about that either. The wedges look great. I've hit those a couple times already, and those things just seem ridiculous. Those Jaws wedges. For me, kind of the weird spot in my bag is I kind of like recently, within the last year and a half, 2 years, I kind of dumped the hybrid, dumped the 5-wood, and I've been going this driving iron. And it's been a great club for me. Fairway finder off the tee, can hit it decently far to use. And I just don't know, like, do I want to try super hybrid? Do I want to, Epic Forge 4-iron? The X Forge driving irons. I'm curious to see where that's going to go because they kind of haven't really released a driving iron in a while.
Right.
So we'll see what happens there. That's kind of the only thing I'm kind of like, we'll see how that works out.
Sure.
Yep, I was just thinking we should see a driving iron, so it should be interesting. I'm pretty excited to see what they do on the ball front because I know typically it's been a 2-year refresh, and this year they're up. Lots of new investment in Chicopee, so interested to see how that goes down.
I'll tell you one thing that hasn't been talked about much that I'm excited to see is more of the apparel stuff.
Yep.
I'm wearing my OGO quarter zip, and it's one of my favorite things that I got from the event last year. So I'm excited to see what you guys get there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. No, I got a few Callaway apparel stuff the other day because as us, right, internet golfers, we get into an event, I got to buy something just because I felt like I had to, and some of the stuff I got was like really nice. Like, man, this is some quality stuff,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I wore mine playing in 37 degrees yesterday, and that's pretty warm.
I wouldn't be playing in 37 degrees.
37 and drizzling, it was great.
If I could play in 37, I would.
If you live in South Dakota, you have to play in 37 degrees.
That's true. There's no choice. I just need some grass to show.
So did you guys get a chance to look at those holes that we'd sent over?
The hole?
The golf holes.
Yeah, I got one from you, Kev.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got one.
You want to walk through what you might do on that?
And what hole it is?
Yeah, so what we're doing here is we sent a picture of, or a layout of one of the holes, number 18 on the die course, over to these guys just to see how they would play that hole. We'll post it up, a picture of it with this video, but just see how you'd play it, and then we can kind of compare it after the event to how you actually played it. So, John, you want to go ahead and start out?
Sure. I'll I think it was what was it? It was par 5 18 at which course?
Yep. The die course.
At the die course. So kind of like a little, I guess kind of almost dogleg right off the tee, then kind of straightens out. Maybe some water on the left in the tee shot, and some water on the right, kind of short of the green.
Yep.
I'd probably try and bust a big dog, likely snap hook it into the water. Gonna have to take a drop, right? You got to drop it in that little waste hazard, looks like. And I mean, I'm gonna go for it because that's what I do. Probably gonna hit the lip at a bunker with it. It's gonna go forward into the fairway. Buck 50 out. Likely gonna skull that into the water again. So what is that? 1 in, 2 out, 3, 4 in, 5 out. So I'm laying 5. I'm gonna hit 6 on the green, and 3 putting. So I'm gonna make a 9. But it's not going to matter because the match will be closed out already, and I'm going to be pounding blueberry vodkas, and that's just going to be to see the rest of the course. My partner's going to have carried me that day. That's closed out celebration hole. That's what's going to happen.
I like your style.
Yeah.
Smooth 9.
That is awesome.
All right, Mr. One Handicap.
So do we want a more serious answer? Or do we want
conservative approach?
So earlier when John and we were talking a little bit, and I told him what I'd do is a chicken bailout off the tee. And then I'd debate about whether to go for it for a little while. I would pull the trigger, flare it into the water, drop it, chip up, 2-putt for an easy 6.
You guys are very optimistic.
So realistically, though, if I remember right, some groups start on like 17, 18, right?
Yeah, different holes.
Yeah.
So for me, I think it's a different question whether you start there or finish there, because if you finish in there, you kind of know how the round's going. You know how you're hitting it, whether you need to lay up, whether you want to take something less than driver off the tee, if you're spraying the driver. If you're starting there, I'm definitely hitting driver, and I'm definitely going for it because it's earlier in the match. What's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to lose 1 hole.
Right.
Yeah. Right. And I think it also depends on whether, singles or what format you're playing and what you're doing. And, all shot, you got a different maybe game plan depending on what your partners can do.
Who's your partner,
But I'm going singles and it's on 18. I'm taking my smooth 9 to the clubhouse.
Speaking of going to the clubhouse, any must grabs from the pro shop for you guys?
I mean, everything I've seen from that you guys have had and posted just looked awesome. I mean, I don't know that you can go wrong, right? I think you just gotta see what fits your style, and probably not shoes because those guys are gonna have enough shoes, so we'll probably stay from the shoes. But I'm gonna see if I can get maybe a nice hat, maybe a quarter zip, polo, belt. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm thinking along the same lines. I mean, if I had to choose one thing, I'm probably going like quarter zip, but I'm definitely buying as much as I can get away with buying without getting in too much trouble on the home front.
I gotta say, I'm a belt guy. If they have some nice belts there, I'll probably be in trouble.
I will say this though, and I've told everybody this. If you've seen any of those videos, do not shop once. So grab and go and come back because they restock. And Kev and I are still burnt up about a certain quarter zip that is no longer in stock there that we did not get. And we saw it on JB after the event.
I know.
For another event. And I was like, how? We did this.
And the funny thing is, I know because I think I was watching, he was doing some live feed in his house. I'm like, man, that's a nice like Peter Millar quarter zip with a camo sleeves. I'm like, oh, that, man.
Yeah,
that's looking good.
If it shows up this year, I will. Someone will be getting a text.
Yeah, if you don't see yardage books sitting out, you can ask them, and they'll grab one for you. At least they did for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the clubhouse is really flexible. They even helped us with some orders after the event, and I know for me they even honored the discount. So just really great people there at the Hideaway the entire time. I will say this too. When you're going and you're over there, kind of in the ball marker pitch fix area, you could feel like you're hijacking and stealing them, but they're they're gonna restock them, so take them.
Yeah.
Trust me.
I was thinking that. I'm like, I just feel like you'd be a thief sitting there, like at a, just shoveling them in your bag.
No,
Dude,
literally,
Clay-
I just every time we walk by there, I just grabbed it, grabbed a stack of
It-
me, and rolled
if you
out.
walk into Clayton's office at his home, it looks like looks like where Scrooge McDuck lives. He just gets down on the floor, does angels on the floor and the coins.
Right.
Yeah.
Dives in.
No, those things
I got a question for you guys. So, like, this is for the team, like packing wise, right? Like, what's the one thing that you wish you would have packed when you left that you didn't bring?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
Honestly,
really.
we overpacked.
Yeah.
They gave us so much stuff. Really, for our group, I think the only thing we really needed was pants and like so events. I mean, for the event, maybe after hours, 2 nights, as far as dress was concerned, but everything else, they gave us so much swag. A lot of us were trying to figure out how to get it home.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think I brought a rangefinder along, and I don't think I touched it the whole event.
We did not bring rain gear, which we needed. I'm hoping you guys won't, because Kev won't be there. So you guys should be fine as far as weather's concerned.
True, but I may be following along, so it might still rain. Yeah, no, I mean, just I don't know. In my mind, keep it simple. You just, like Clayton said, some clothes for the evening, and belts and pants, and you're hooked up. The rest of it, yeah. Don't be scrounging for space on the way home.
No. Any other questions, guys?
I don't think so. Not for me.
Yeah, not for me either. I don't think.
Yeah, I think you guys are just gonna have to figure out the dietary piece of this trip, man.
Dude, peanut butter, and then who was talking about milk with pizza?
It's just milk with everything except if I remember correctly.
That's his drink. Milk.
You got it.
Yeah, so that's like, I mean, lobster and steak dinner. Yeah, can I get a tall glass of milk, please? A little bit of ice. Like,
I'm having milk with nothing and eating like a normal adult.
Yeah.
That was the weirdest thing. I logged on to the chat and I'm like, wait, they keep talking about milk. I don't understand what's going on here. Like, I'm trying to catch up. I had to like side text a few guys. What are they talking about?
Like, I don't know that there would be a more embarrassing moment than to end up in a granddaddy picture with a milk mustache. Like, that just seems like the worst type of situation.
I mean,
is that breaking rule number one?
I think it'd be okay as long as you're holding a belt with the milk carton. Then I think you can do whatever you want.
It's like the Indy 500.
Exactly.
No, dude, that's
yeah. No, if we win, I'm going champagne.
Yeah, dude.
Definitely.
John's going with a scoop of peanut butter.
Man, you know what? It's interesting. I'm really, with all the sticks you guys have, I'm really hoping for an ace, man. I'm hoping somebody pulls out an ace. Has that been done at the Granddaddy? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
I don't think I've seen.
I don't think so.
When I've seen it in the review the threads, and last year, Luke almost jarred the last part.
Yeah, but it's not as fun if he makes it. It's just not as fun if he makes it.
Yeah, it's not. No. But we almost jumped in the water. Like, I was literally floored.
Yeah.
It literally, and I think Philly V was standing by the hole, and he was like,
yeah.
So that would have been a little nuts. But yeah, I hope one of you guys do, man. We're gonna be celebrating hard either way, man. We're pulling so hard for you guys. Not necessarily just for the belt. Obviously, bringing the belt home is fun, but the event is just gonna be so over the top spectacular, and being able to do it with buddies that you've gotten to know over the last several months or few weeks, whatever it is going to be amazing, guys. So
yeah, definitely
all the best to you guys.
Yeah, wait, I just got one thing. First, we want to thank y'all for doing all these because it's been awesome just following along before I got on the team. I was loving watching these. And then Clayton, you forgot to talk about the Chev tonight, man. I mean, come on, my boy
You
with
know
the
what?
Chev. You didn't say
I did,
anything.
man. We didn't even stop and pause for that. A moment of silence for the Chev. Man, I'm glad it's back up and running.
Yep. We got it going.
Figure out a way to send Finley a replica.
We could make that happen.
We got to do something to one up him this year, man.
Good luck.
I know it's tough because that's the one thing he lives for.
Yeah.
If he can win by one, I think he'd rather win by one than 8-6 anybody again. But he just loves the one up, man.
He should probably change his form name to Mr. One Upper instead of Jason Finley CG.
Yeah, that flag situation last year was so terrible.
That's fantastic. Great minds think alike.
It was fantastic. It was hilarious.
Awesome. Hey, well, again, thank you guys, man.
Yeah,
thanks, guys.
Yeah, good luck, guys. We're excited to follow along.